Hello everybody, Dependent Fanatic here. What an amazing, glorious Sunday we have today as a top 10 duel in the state of Michigan went down. It really didn't matter except for seeding in the tournament, which we'll get to at the end of this video. But we had number 3 Michigan in the nation, 28-2, taking on number 8 Michigan State, 25-5. And Michigan did a good job housekeeping as they swept the Michigan State Spartans in 2026, just like I said they would in the preseason. Go check out my preseason video. I said it. I said 27-3 for Michigan. Well, Michigan is 29-2. All right, I'm in here in the basement right here and now because we have people outside watching college basketball, watching the game, and excited. Michigan was favored by 9.5 points in this game, and they were looking for a record 19 Big Ten regular season wins. And they got both. They got both versus number 8 and projected 2 seed Michigan State. We'll see if they are a 2 seed going forward, but let's go through this game here real quick because Cadeau airballed an NBA 3 on Michigan's first possession. I thought that was dumb, Initiate the offense, get Mara involved, get Johnson involved before you take a 38-foot jump shot. Come on, Cadeau. But he got better as the game goes on. Cooper had an alley-oop jam for Michigan State. And then Jeremy Fears Jr. had a 3. And Michigan started this game 0 of 7 from the field until Burnett finally hit a 3 for Michigan. Cooper had a jumper for Michigan State. Yaxel hit 2 out of 2 free throws, which were huge for Michigan as they went 26 of 29. They were 26 of 29 on free throw line tonight, the Wolverines were. So it was 7-5 Michigan State at the under 16 TV timeout. But Johnson hit 2 out of 2 of those free throws, and Yaxel hit a 3. They were pushing Cadeau around, and even Jeremy Fears kicked him in the nuts. And Fears was dirty once again in this game and again in any other game. This guy, I don't like this Jeremy Fears, and neither does his head coach. Tom Izzo keeps telling him, quit doing that. He brought him out in the game. Ejected him in one game because of the stupid shit that he does. Well, he was doing it again in this one. And it had to be expected in this rivalry game, of course, but he got the flagrant foul. They reviewed it, and yeah, that was an unnecessary move where Fears kicked Cadeau in the nuts. Thank God he has balls of steel because he was unfazed after that move. Yaxel hit 2 free throws after that. Gale had a layup from Michigan. Mara then got his second foul at 13-18 left in the first half. That was huge because he finished with low minutes, 19, I believe, only 4 points. He had 7 rebounds throughout the rest of this game. And then there was a flagrant on Michigan, and Fears made 2 free throws. Cooper had a putback for Michigan State, but it was 14-11 Michigan at the under 12 TV timeout. This game was a chippy rivalry game early on and throughout. Gale hit 2 free throws out of that under 12 TV timeout. Cooper had a dunk for Michigan State. McKinney then went coast to coast for a layup after a steal of his own, and then McKinney had a technical foul and Fears made the free throw. I think there were 5 flagrant fouls in this game. 3 by Michigan State. Yaxel hit a 3, one of his many in this game. Gale had a blow-by layup for Michigan, but then Kohler had an offensive putback, and then Kohler had a hook shot and one. Shouldn't have been an and one. There was no one near him. They weren't hacking him. There were weird calls in this game. It was 23-19 Michigan at the under 8 TV timeout. Johnson hit 2 free throws. Tang hit a 3. Then Yaxel had a jumper. Kohler had a layup. And then Tang drilled another 3 to tie this game. But then Morris Johnson hit a 3. And he's getting better and better at that throughout this season and free throws. He's a beast at 6'11". He can do it all. Cooper hit 1 of 2 free throws. And then Yaxel hit another 3 for Michigan. Fears had 1 of 2 free throws, so they were missing free throws early. Burnett had a layup, and then Cooper had a dunk for Michigan State. It was 35-31 Michigan, under 4 to go in the first half. Carr had a layup for Michigan State. Yaxel then missed 1 out of 2 free throws. Kohler had a jumper, and then Kohler had a 3. It was an 8-0 run by Sparty to get the lead, I believe by 5 points at this moment. Yaxel had a layup. Michigan State called a timeout, and then Burnett hit a 3. And it was 42-41 Michigan at halftime. And Yaxel Landenborg had 19 points at half. 5 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, and 6 of 6 from the free throw stripe. Michigan State, though, on the other hand, had 3 players with double-digit points. Kohler, Cooper, and Fears. They were here to play. Johnson hit a jumper out of the half for Michigan. Kohler had a hook shot. Mara slammed 1 home for Michigan. Yaxel hit a 3. Scott had a layup. Kohler had a layup. Many spurts here for both teams, back and forth. Johnson then spun around and laid 1 in from about 15 feet away, it seemed like. Mara got his 3rd foul at this point, and it was a flagrant after he grabbed Fears' jersey, and it preempted the under 16 TV timeout. Michigan was up 51-47. Fears made the 2 free throws. Kohler hit a jumper. Johnson had that putback jam for Michigan, and then Fears faked a foul. One of those phantom fouls for Michigan State in this game. He made both free throws. Kohler had another 3, which gave Michigan State another lead. But Yaxel came back and dunked 1. But Carr, they call him Air Carr, right, because he's a high flyer. He dunked 1. McKinney had a turnaround J for Michigan. That got him going in this game as well. Cooper jammed 1 home and 1 for Michigan State, and they had a 4-point lead. But Gale had a layup, and then Cadeau's floater tied this game. You know, there was more contact on that play than a lot of the fouls that Michigan State got, but I digress. It could have even been offensive. There was contact, though. I know that. And Cadeau got 1 in. So, it was 61-61 at the under 12 TV timeout. Gale had a turnaround jumper. That was awesome. McKinney hit 3. That capped off a 9-0 run for Michigan. Then McKinney got fouled and made 2 free throws. Cooper's alley-oop, and then a terrible call for 1 more point. Great play, but no foul. He got an extra point. That stopped Michigan's 11-0 run. But McKinney answered that with another three of his own. Carr then jammed one home for Michigan State. Fears had another acting job in this game and got to the free throw line. But it was 71-66 Michigan, under 7 minutes to go at the TV timeout. Fears missed the 1-and-1. Ball don't lie, bitch. And Fears then went back to the line on another bullshit call, but he made 2 free throws this time. Johnson had a layup for Michigan. Then Johnson got a couple of big rebounds during this stretch, trying to get it in, couldn't. Fears then tried to draw another foul on Michigan, but he traveled. And I was laughing. Yeah, he was trying to get the call. Michigan stepped away. He wasn't trying to score. He's just trying to get us in foul trouble all game. Oh, man. It was 71. Or no, excuse me. Yeah, he traveled. Yaxel hit another 3, his 4th or 5th in this game, something like that. And MSU had to call a timeout with 3:27 left. Michigan led this game 76-70. Fears hit a jumper. Then the actual TV timeout happened with 2:39 left in this game. It was 76-72 Michigan. Johnson had an alley-oop jam. Johnson then made 1 of 2 free throws after getting to the line again. Michigan State got another flagrant foul, and Mara made both of those free throws. The guy bear hugged him. You're not going anywhere, thinking, all right, hack a shack. Little do they know, over Mara's last recent free throws, he's gotten better. He's pretty damn good. Gale then got an offensive rebound with 54 seconds left and was fouled, and he made it a 9-point game with 1 out of 2 free throws, I believe, with 50 seconds left. It was 83-74. Gale then hit 1 out of 2 free throws. Yes. Fears had a layup. Cheddar hit 2 out of 2 free throws, his first points of the game for Michigan. Kohler had an offensive putback for Michigan State, but Burnett hit 2 free throws. Tang then got fouled on a 3 and hit 2 out of 3 free throws. It came to the point where could Michigan cover that 9.5-point spread? And could Michigan get to 90 points against a top team again this season? A top 8 quality elite team? Yes and yes. Gale hit 2 free throws to go up 10 points. And Michigan won this game 90-80 to sweep the series versus Little Brother and go 29-2 and win the Big Ten with the most Big Ten wins in conference history. That is what Michigan did tonight on senior night for these guys in Ann Arbor. Yaxel finished with 27 points, 5 out of 6 from 3. He also had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. An epic block on Kohler or Cooper, I can't remember. But it was down low. Before he could even get it up, his hand was on it. Oh, it was awesome. Morris Johnson Jr. came alive in the second half, but finished the entire game with 18 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks, and was 5 of 7 from the charity stripe. Roddy Gale, after Kayson's injury, stepped up big in this one. He went out of his mind, finishing with 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and a block. And he was 7 of 8 from the charity stripe. Michigan was 26 of 29 from the charity stripe, which is great news going forward for this team because they are going to be fouled. With their size, their assertiveness, their tenacity, the way they play, attacking all the time, they're going to go to the free throw line. And early on in this season, I was concerned of that for Michigan. Not anymore. They all make them. The Wolverines are obviously the 1 seed for the Big Ten tournament, winning by 4 games. They will play next in the quarterfinal of the Big Ten tournament on Friday, and we will look just fine without LJ Cason. We've proven it at Iowa and now Michigan State at home. It's okay. This team is still elite. Nebraska is the 2 seed now that they won in overtime, and Michigan State is now the 3 seed because they lost to Michigan. And that means Michigan won't face either one of them until the final. That was huge as well. So Michigan will play the 4 seed in the semifinal, theoretically, if both Michigan and the 4 seed win the quarterfinal game. And then if Michigan wins the semifinal versus the 4 seed, theoretically, it's going to be Michigan State or Nebraska in the final, barring a 6-day run or 5-day run in the Big Ten. That could happen. It's deep. So, what a game. What a performance by this team, this squad. They were tough. They took all of the punches and kicks and the nads that Michigan State threw at them and won by 10. Covered the spread versus the number 10 team and won on senior night. Till next time, remember to like the video, please. Share or at least subscribe if you have not, because there are videos that are coming out for hockey. There are videos that are coming out for football. We still have a long season to go for Michigan basketball, hopefully. The Big Ten tournament, then March Madness. And I just got to leave you with the Go Blue. And Sparty's still little brother. It's a different era. It's different times. Michigan is the best team in the conference. Not only the best team, but the best program in this conference. Going back to 2013. 2 national title appearances. I know Purdue went a couple years ago. They lost, though. And Michigan is owning them in their house, too. Michigan, undefeated on the road in the Big Ten. First time that's ever happened. 10-plus games. First time. Only 2 losses. Wisconsin, at home, in the Big Ten, which is why we are 19-1, but it took them 15 threes. And Duke, basically on the road, well, it was technically neutral site, but Duke beat us by 5, and it was our worst performance of the season. That's the 2 losses. Go Blue, baby.